Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss the grand finale of season 5 of the Boulet Brothers Dragula.
Mm,
So,
mm, mm.
what did we think of the episode? Let's talk about the episode. Overall, what did you think?
Um, it was a lot of filler.
I've noticed that. Like, we didn't have a lot of filler in previous finales. I don't know why there was so much in this one.
No, there was a lot of filler. And I watched the reunion like right before I watched
Uh
the
huh.
episode, which was a good thing because there were like
Yeah, there was a little bit
pieces.
reference, even though to
There
me,
were
compared to the other Last Suppers, it was kind of a letdown. I'm like, there wasn't much
yeah,
other than J.K. Again, thank God for J.K.
okay. Who made the whole season, yet somehow, some way, still got eliminated. Um
Unjustly. Now I can understand if you know, but both eliminations, in my opinion, were not fair.
Fair. Um, other than that though. Like, other than the filler, it was a pretty decent
Yeah,
episode.
it was a
I
pretty
guess.
decent finale to an okay season.
Yeah. There like the season had its moments where it could have been like really, really fire. But it got watered down by romances and like
And see, to me, the
stupid
romance didn't even bother me because it was like an extreme back burner until like maybe the episode prior. But that was because
Mhm.
there's not that many left, and both of them are still there.
Exactly.
For me, I
Um
think they focus too much on the reality and not the competition.
yeah.
And I know that, a lot of competitions really focus on the reality before they focus on the competition. But I don't think it should be that way. I really think it should be a good mixture of both. I feel
Mhm.
like there is a happy medium. You just have to find it. Okay? Okay. So, before we get into this review, want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers, and we are so close. So we would love for you to subscribe and join the family today. So, LaCresha, I have another question for you.
Okay.
I've already given my opinion, but what did you think of this season of Dragula?
Um like I said, it was a pretty decent a pretty decent season. Sorry, I just saw something I didn't realize looked like that. Um, it was a pretty decent season. Like it,
I'm gonna.
it had it had its high points, but at the same time, it was just kind of like, oh, it's a season.
I
It
just
was
I
it
feel like
was
this season fell victim of timing because I didn't want to watch Dragula while we're eating
celebrating
turkey
Christmas.
and opening presents and celebrating the new year. I feel like they timed this season really badly
Yeah,
because I feel like
I
if it would have
think
aired, you know,
September, October, it
yeah,
would have
like if
made
it
more
started
sense.
like in September to end in October, like I said, it should end Halloween night. I feel like
Yeah,
that should be the finale each time, or maybe the week of Halloween if you don't want to do Halloween night. But like, I just felt like it wasn't the season for this season. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then
I mean,
just
this isn't the first time it's ended in December, but this ended so deep
I,
into
the new it was the
December.
3 week break on top of that. A lot of people checked out during that 3 weeks. Like, we already got the ball rolling. Finish
Hmm.
up. Like, holding off 3 weeks and then finishing within the new year. I just don't think. Like I said, I was just kind of checked out. I was honestly, if we weren't reviewing it, I probably would have forgot it was airing because of that break and because of the time of the year we were in.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this review. This one shouldn't take too long. We start off with the opening message from the Boulets, who basically just read us our rights because everything they were talking about is things people been saying all season. But yet here we are at the
Hmm.
finale, still tuning in.
Yeah,
So that's another thing. I know we're being trolled by the Boulets, and they love it.
exactly.
And
I'm
I
sitting there,
really
I was watching, I was like,
Did you just read
Do they
me?
watch us?
You just read
Do
me.
they?
You just read
Do they
you.
watch our? Do they watch our podcast?
Why
And they
are you
just
reading
didn't.
me for filth
Right?
like that?
Why are you reading me like this?
I'm like, excuse me. I need you to chill.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so let's get into it. Our final four entered the cauldron. Not the cauldron, Lord. The laboratory.
Yeah, I look. I said in my head. I was like, science lab. That's not right.
Didi, get out of my laboratory. Um,
Laboratory. Yeah, I got it. I got it.
but yeah, they mention about how Orgotic basically said he feels like Neo will be the one to stab them in the back. And at first, watching it last week, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of fucked up. But hearing Orgotic explain why, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay. It
you
makes,
got your feelings hurt for nothing.
yeah, it kind of makes sense because the only person here whose opinion that they matter is yours. So, like, if Lord, if Blackberry or Throb did something, they wouldn't be surprised by it.
Mm-hmm.
But Orgotic would be genuinely surprised if Neo did it. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I wish he would have spoke up because these two were quiet during the Last Supper. I'm like, are y'all gonna talk?
They were real quiet.
I'm like, hello, hello,
Mm-hmm. And
y'all are.
then it's. I feel like Throb was like, okay, let me act really perky for this last episode, so they know like I'm really excited to be here.
And to me, I think what we saw this episode is actually Throb's personality. But we've seen Throb in competition mode all the way up
Mm-hmm.
until this point. But yeah, let's just continue onwards. The alarm goes off, which means they go to the main stage,
Yes.
where they are met with the Boulet brothers, and they announce that this week a proper finale is happening. Okay, three
Hey.
categories: horror, glamour, filth. When they do the glamour category, they have to lip sync,
Mm-hmm.
which I have the song written down, so I'll go ahead and get that together for us. Is it this one? Okay, cool. Um, but yes, horror, glamour, filth. Make sure you follow those categories.
Yeah.
So let's get to it because, like you said, it was just a lot of filler.
A whole lot of feeling.
It was a lot of filler. But what did we think for the Boulets in their final look for the season?
I actually really like this.
Same. Same. I thought it was real cute. I love the quote unquote blood on the tip of the horns that come off of their chest. I thought everything worked well here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought everything worked well here. So let's get into the filth category. Up first, we have Orgotic. What did you think? I'm gonna let you go first on that one.
Hold on. Let me get there. Wait, which final? Because there's two final looks here.
Huh?
I said there's two final looks here.
For Orgotic?
No, I'm talking about for the Boulet brothers. I did not like this.
Okay.
After seeing so
Here
many
is something
worms.
I have discovered that it never really dinged until this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand Orgotic's drag.
You're just now realizing you don't understand Orgotic's J.
And like I've always known it, but like it's just like I'm finally accepting it because I always try to find something, to connect. And I have to say I don't understand Orgotic's drag. I am
I
not the
don't
targeted
either.
audience for Orgotic.
No, not at all.
Because the fact that what was it, Blackberry called them out for reusing their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like every week we see the same thing from Orgotic,
The same thing.
the same type of saran wrap and all the same
Yep.
material. Like it's the same thing.
It all looks the same to me. Even their last look that I was surprised even looked remotely halfway different. Their glamour look. and it was still like the same base. Like, oh, I'm gonna give you latex and plastic, and I'm just kind of like, I don't like it.
I don't understand it. And I'm gonna stop trying. You know, organic, you go out there and find that audience that fully understands your drag. I don't, no hate. It's just I
Yeah,
don't understand, and I'm gonna
exactly. I
stop
mean,
trying.
and I feel like, not to gloat, but that makes us better people to like recognize, like, we don't understand your drag. So it's not, it could be very good drag. It could be like the best drag ever, but it's not something that resonates with us,
Yeah,
so we don't get it.
yeah. It's just yeah. So we're gonna move onwards.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is Blackberry, giving us a little raccoon action here.
Mm-hmm. With big titties and ass.
I really love the little camp elements to it. The eating of
Mm-hmm.
the fish, it gave me the filth that I needed. Overall, I think Blackberry did a really good job in this category. What did you think?
I agree. Like, I love the fact that, they gave us something. It was clean, but it was still filthy to me. And then the only problem I had was the nose came off. Now, when it was moving around at first, I thought maybe that was a choice
Yeah,
because their noses move, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that was good. That's real good." You get the nose to move, and and then it was like, "Oh, it fell off. It wasn't supposed to come off." But at least she had makeup on underneath.
yeah. Moving on to Throb Zombie. Now, let me say this about Throb. Throb really surprised me this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting Throb to kill this finale. Like, in my opinion, Throb ate this finale up
She really
and
did.
showed so much diversity into it because up until The Last Supper, we've only seen like one certain style from Throb.
Yeah, we've just seen the mask version of Throb.
Yeah, like I love seeing the gender fuck version as well. And like the
Mm-hmm.
filth, I agree with one of the Boulets, I forget which one said it. But it was filthy, but at the same time she's trying to turn you on.
Yeah, but
And
I'm like, but I love it though.
like it's gross, but at the same
But
time
I
I can't
love
look
it though.
away. Like it was
I
so
can't.
good.
Yes.
It was so good. It was so good. I
The
really
only thing that
enjoyed
would
it.
have made it better would have been if like parts of the outfit had been made out of hair.
Like it worked for us. Moving
Yes.
on to Neo Huru X. This is the best I could do with her outfit because that lower half I don't think YouTube would have liked.
I'm
So yeah, that lower half.
sorry, that was such an ugly laugh.
Yeah, the lower half I don't think YouTube would have been very happy with us. So I got this screenshot here, but overall this was amazing.
It really was. I was like, oh, for the first time, because up until this point, I've made it a point to just not necessarily be the greatest fan of Miruhu.
I
And
enjoyed Neo. I just didn't like, and I still think she was the correct choice. I do. It's just
uh-huh.
like kind of like with the Jimbo of it all. Like
Yeah, just
let it
like you're
happen
steering us.
naturally instead of pushing.
Exactly.
Because there were
Yes.
several times they pushed, and the only time they
Yes.
really said anything was when they had to during the girl group challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was disgusting. This was filthy.
Yes.
It fit the category. I loved it.
Yes. I understood it for once.
Yes. So moving on to horror. Up first, we have Neo.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with
Cultural
the
differences.
I agree with the wig. Like, what was this wig?
Mm-hmm.
What was this wig? I do love the 3D printed corset. I
Mm-hmm.
like the mask. It's just it didn't really scare me though. Like when I saw this, it gave more Halloween other than horror. Like I'll be like, oh, okay, I can see this roaming down the streets on Halloween. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of Neo's look?
I liked the mask.
I did like
That's
the
about
mask.
it. I liked the mask. That was about it.
All right, so we're gonna move onwards to Blackberry. What did you think of Blackberry?
I love how when you have nothing good to say, you make me go first. Here's the thing. It could have been scarier. And I had so many critiques watching this because I was like, if the strings had been tight enough, you should have been able to walk around without having to hold the bars. One. Two, it doesn't look the way that you made it look in your drawing. And I think your drawing was a lot better than the reality. Two, I understand that you're a very polished queen. You still could have put some blood in there.
So, here's where I disagree because I actually do like this.
Okay.
I really enjoyed this. I love the strings. The one critique I have, I agree with one of the Boulets when they said, "Why are there rhinestones?"
Uh-huh.
I feel like if she would have played the more like actual blood look, I think it really could have took that to the next level. But I do like it. I do like
Okay.
it. And regardless if those strings were tight enough, I'll be holding on to them poles too. Because, baby, I'm not going to fall with all this around me, okay? No. Not I. Not I. So we're going to move onwards to Orgotic. Again, I don't get it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this. I didn't understand it. It just looked like nightmare fuel, which I'm assuming is the point, but at the same time, it wasn't nightmare fuel in a good way.
Like, would this scare me? Yeah. But it's just, like I said, we just don't understand. That's all. Moving
Yeah.
onwards, Throb Zombie. What did you think of Throb? I'll let you go first on this one.
Um, I liked it, but I do agree on the Boulet's critique of it was a little too clean.
Yeah, yeah. Like overall, like I agree with your assessment. I liked it. I thought the look was great, and I understood the story behind it. I just wish it was
Exactly.
better executed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
really bring in the horror. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But overall, like I said, really good look.
Because like the princess was pregnant, and I didn't understand where that came from. And it would have been something if like maybe there had been like blood from other places or a head popping out of the belly. I don't know.
Especially with her having the chastity belt on.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're here for our glamour category. And hold on, I got the song here because the song was cute. I need to add it to the playlist. It was Destroy Everything You Touch by Ladytron.
Mm.
Which I don't know why they won't say the name of the songs because even when they had the lip sync earlier in the season, they didn't say the name of the song. You just have
Mm.
to do a lip sync performance. Tell us the name. You bought the rights for it. Tell us the name of the song. I shouldn't have to look online or Shazam to get the name of this song. So, we're going to talk about their look and how they performed. Up first is Blackberry. What did you think of Blackberry's look and her performance to the song?
I love this look.
Mm-hmm.
I I love this look. I liked it without the little overcoat. And I think she did a really good job with the lip sync. Honestly, I was sitting there and I was looking at it and I was like, "Oh, this gonna be between Throb and Blackberry," even though I already knew who the winner was.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to take a step back and really look at Nia Ruhu's lip sync, and I was like, "Oh, I get it. Okay."
And for me, I think Blackberry had the best lip sync out of everyone. But out of the
Mm-hmm.
four, Blackberry is the performer.
Exactly.
Um, I like the look. I love the Bride of Frankenstein. I agree with the Boulets. We've seen it on this show multiple times. It's still
Yep.
a great look. Like, I'm not taking
Yeah.
anything away from it. It's just we've seen it. We've seen it. So, like, I enjoyed it. Overall, Blackberry did a good job in this finale. Up next is Neo Haru X. I was a little confused by this for Glamour.
Mm-hmm.
And it. I love the face. I love the mask. I love the hair. I love the accessories.
I like the outfit.
Neck up. I love the outfit.
From the waist down, I like the outfit.
Oh, the waist down is where she loses me.
No, the waist down is where I get it. I just don't like how basic the top part is.
That top part is basic. It really is.
If the top part had been accessorized with something like a big chunky necklace or something, I'd be like, oh, okay. But other than that, like, I get the skirt. Like I said, it was something I had to take a step back and look at from like a completely different perspective, because at first it was just kind of like, no, no. And then, like, when she took the mask off and I saw the face, I was like, and it was the way that she performed, and I was just kind of like, oh, okay, I can see why they made
I'm
her
gonna
the
say
winner.
the way she performed, I gotta give it to her, was major improvements from the Rock Challenge, and I'm like, okay, I see you. I see you. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move onwards to Throb Zombie. I love this. This look was everything.
Everything.
From
And I don't
headpiece to toe,
understand
like it just all worked for me. Like I said, for a quick second there, I'm like, Throb is really killing this finale. Throb is really killing this finale. I don't think they're gonna crown Throb. Like going into it, I'm like, I knew they
yeah,
were gonna crown Neo. But I'm like, if
yeah.
they would have switched it up on us and said Throb won, would I have disagreed slightly?
Oh.
Slightly, just because of who they showed who they were this season. Because let's not forget
Yeah.
the
Eh,
microaggressions.
the microaggressions, yeah.
It just that really didn't sit right in my spirit. But I will say, as a competitor, she did the best job in this finale. Really did.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta give Throb his props. Gotta give Throb his props. But yeah, what did you think of Throb's look?
I love this look. Like, it was great. And like the way that they performed so
He
well.
really did such a good job. He really
They
did.
did such a great job
Not as good
performing.
as
I
Blackberry,
mean,
but like I said, really entertained. I was like, okay.
yeah. And like, she was like, I have a couple of tricks to pull out, and I'm like, them tricks don't really
I
work
was
for
worried.
me.
I was worried. But then pulled the Sasha Velour with the rose.
Exactly, with the black rose petals. And I was just like, you needed like a few more rose petals in order for it to make a impact. And it would have been nice had they been like black and red.
I know, I think black, because I think the red would have distracted from all the other black going on.
Yeah,
So I think black
but
was a good choice. But yeah, overall, I think Throb did a great job. Organic.
hmm we
So
don't understand your drag, darling.
after they did their floor show performances, the Boulets sat down and did their final critiques.
hmm
We go to the main
I
stage,
love those wigs.
and the Boulets announce that Neo Huru X is the winner of season 5. Do you agree with this winner?
I guess.
I agree, because up till this finale, she was strong. Yeah, there were times they should have said
hmm
something to her. Like, they really should have. But I think overall she did the best in the competition. She kind of
hmm
fumbled here in the finale, but not so much that I'm like, no, don't give her the title. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I agree that Neo won. I actually want to see, like, when they go on tour, I want to go see them. Like, I want to see this cast go have a good spooky time.
Right.
But that. Oh, and we got the bloodbath back. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
You remember,
Well, they did kind of shade us for that at the beginning of that.
baby? I was like, yeah, you knew how pissed we were about y'all just posting a picture. I'd have been so mad if they would have done that. Imagine, no, this is what they should have done. They should have been the ultimate trolls and been like, the winner is, and then it flashes to that hallway again, and it goes all the way down. We get to the end. We see the picture of Neo. They're like, Neo Haru X. And then they cut to the scene where she's being drowned in blood. Just
You know what? Not hated that.
I would have gave them their props, and I'm like, you trolled us, but then gave us what we wanted. Okay. I think that's what they should have done. Like, you should have seen the picture of all the winners. You should have seen Vander Van Odd, Bitch Pudding, Landon Cider, Dolly Saint, Victoria Elizabeth Black, and then you just see right there at the end Neo, and you think the show is ending, and you hear them laughing, and then we see and it cuts to boom. That's how they should have. See, y'all need to put me on y'all's producing team, honey. I can give y'all some ideas, okay? I'm like, if you want to be a troll, I'm the king of trolls.
Put me in the writer's room, please.
I am the king of trolls. I will help y'all troll these folks, okay? But yeah, that is our season, honey. Let's go ahead and wrap this up here. LaCresha, where can they find you on social medias?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, Pocket Full of Bud Mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.